Okay. Then now the next slide, the World Wide Web. So what is World Wide Web? This is multiple choice question. You can see here the graphical user interface. Okay. To information stored on computers running web servers connected to the internet. So what is that? World Wide Web. See, the graphical user interface to information stored on computers running on web servers to connected to the internet. What is that? World Wide Web, or the dash, which means fill in the blanks, or a multiple choice question. The graphical user interface. Okay, this one, the graphical user interface to information stored on computers running web servers connected to the internet. Okay, then you can see here.
Yeah, can you again if you the question answer or true false like this?
I cannot say. See, first slide I already said it is question answer. Okay. Second slide you can study for multiple choice question. See, I am not supposed to say which is question answer, which is fill in the blanks like that. It is not. I am not supposed to say. So if I say the question, or if I ask you to study, please study for big answer. The remaining only you can study for multiple choice question. So please listen. Okay. The World Wide Web, you can see the graphical user interface, information stored on computers running on the web server connected to the internet. Then another one you can see the Internet Society, a professional organization that provides leadership in addressing issues to the future of the internet. What is that? Internet Society, a professional organization that provides leadership in addressing issues to the future of the internet. The society name is Internet Society. Okay. See, ICANN. What is ICANN? The Internet Corporation for Assigned Numbers and Names. So what are the main functions of ICANN? Functions to coordinate assignment of, what all are the main functions? Main functions of this ICANN, the Internet Corporation for Assigned Numbers and Names. What are the main functions? What are the main functions? Internet domain names, IP address numbers, protocol parameters, protocol port numbers. Please listen to me carefully. ICANN, it is an internet standard. So what is this ICANN? The Internet Corporation for Assigned Numbers and Name. Actually, it is a non-profit organization. So what are the main function this ICANN is doing? Internet domain names, IP address numbers, protocol parameters, protocol port numbers. Then intranet and extranet. So what is this intranet? You have to study the tariq, the definition. A private network contained within an organization or business used to share information and resources among the co-workers. So this is a private network. Okay. See here, within an organization or business. Why they are using? For what purpose they are using? To share information and resources among the co-workers. So this is a private network. It is used within an organization or business. Okay. Then extranet, what is that? This is a private network. Okay. Here, how they will work? Securely shares. Securely shares. What? Part of an organization information or operations within external partners. See, securely shares. It's a private network. Securely shares part of an organization information or operation with the external partners.
Victoria, this like comparisons.
This slide?
Like comparison.
Comparison. You have to study the tariff. Okay.
Okay.
Then the next slide you can see W3C develops recommendation and prototype technologies related to the web. What is that? W3C produces specification called recommendation in effort to the standardized web technologies. What is the answer? W3C, World Wide Web Consortium. Okay. Then provides accommodation for individuals with visual, auditory, physical and neurological disabilities. What is that? Accessible website. Provides accommodation for individuals with visual, auditory, physical and neurological ability. What is the answer? Accessible website. Then universal design. Slide number 12. So you can see here the design of product and environments to be usable by all people without the need for adaptation or specialized design. What is that? Universal design. The design of products and environments to be usable by all people without the needs for adaptation or specialized design. What is the name of the design? Universal design. Then, two or more computers connected together for the purpose of communicating and sharing the resource. What is that? Network. Okay. Two or more computers connected together for the purpose of communicating and sharing, that is network. Usually confined to a single building or a group of buildings. What type of network? LAN, local area network. Usually uses some form of public or commercial communications network to connect computers, is widely dispersed in geographical areas. What is that? Answer? Wide area network, WAN. Okay. Network usually uses some form of public or commercial communications network to connect people in computers, is widely dispersed in geographical areas. What is the answer for that? WAN or wide area network. Usually confined to a single building or a group of building. What is the answer for that? LAN or local area network. Then you can see a high capacity communication link that carries data gathered from smaller links that interconnect with it. What is that? Answer? Internet backbone. A high capacity communication link that carries data gathered from smaller links that interconnect with it. What is the answer? Internet backbone. Then the client server model. You have to study this as big question. You can see client server can describe a relationship between two computer programs. Client server describes a relationship between two computer programs, client and a server. What is the meaning of the client? Request some type of services from the server. Server, what is the meaning of server? Fulfills the request and transmit the result to the client over a network. Okay, client-server model. Describe client-server model, or what is the meaning of client-server model? So client-server can describe a relationship between two computer programs. What are they? The client and the server. What's the meaning of client? Request some type of services. From where? From the server. Then what is the meaning of the term server means? Fulfills the request and transmit the result to the client over a network. Then web browser, client. Web server, server. Then you have to see this web client, web client, web client. You can see here connected to the internet when needed. What is that? Web client. It runs web browser software. So example for web browser software, Internet Explorer, Firefox, Google Chrome, Safari, Microsoft Edge, and you understand. So web client connected to the internet when needed. Then usually runs web browser software, or the client, it runs on web browser software. Example, write example for web browser software, Internet Explorer, Firefox, Safari, Microsoft Edge. Then it uses the protocol HTML, HTTP, web client. It uses the protocol, what protocol? HTTP, Hypertext Transfer Protocol. Web client is using which protocol? HTTP. Okay, Hypertext Transfer Protocol. The web client, it requests web page from the server. See, request what? Request what? Web pages. From where? The server. Receives web pages and files from the server. Request web pages from the server, receives web pages and files from the server. That is what? Web client. Then what is web server? Web server continually connected to the internet. Continually connected to the internet. Okay? Runs web server software. Web server continually connected to the internet. Web server runs when web server software. Example, Apache. So web server software example, Apache or Internet Information Server. Okay. Web server software, Apache or Internet Information Server, IIS server. This web server is also using the protocol. Which protocol? HTTP. Web server is also using the protocol HTTP, Hypertext Transfer Protocol. Okay. Here receives what? Receives request for the web page. Responds to the request. See, receives request for what? Web page. Response to request. Web client and web server you have to study. Then MIME, M-I-M-E, MIME type. What is that? Multiple purpose internet mail extension. MIME. Okay, multiple purpose internet mail extension. So you can see a set of rules that allow multimedia documents to be exchanged. What is that? It is a set of rules that allow multimedia documents to be exchanged among many different computer systems. What is that? MIME. M-I-M-E. What is the answer? MIME. Then protocols, rules that describes the methods used for client and server to communicate with each other over a network. What is the answer? Protocols. See, MIME is different. MIME what? Multimedia. You see here, multimedia documents. Here, protocol, rules. It is also a rule that describes the methods used for client and server to communicate with each other over a network. What is the answer? Protocols. Then FTP protocol, FTP, file transfer protocol, FTP. You can see here, it is a set of rules that allow files to be exchanged between computers on the internet. Okay. Web developers commonly use FTP to transfer web page files. See, web developers commonly use FTP to transfer web page files. Then FTP is also used to download. You see here, download programs and files from other servers to individual computers. So write a short note on file transfer protocol. Write a short note or describe file transfer protocol. So it is a set of rules that files to be exchanged between computers and internet. Web developers commonly uses FTP to transfer web page files. Then you can see FTP is used to download programs and files from servers to individual computers. Sending email, which protocol? SMTP protocol. Simple mail transfer protocol. Receiving email, POP, post office protocol, and IMAP, internet mail access protocol. Simple mail transfer protocol, SMTP, for sending the email. POP, post office protocol, for receiving the email. IMAP, internet mail access protocols. Then hypertext transfer protocol, HTTP, hypertext transfer protocol, HTTP. You can see a set of rules for exchanging files such as text, graphics, images, sound, video, and other multimedia files on the web. What is the rules name? HTTP, hypertext transfer protocol. So web browser send HTTP request for web pages. Web server send HTTP response back to the web browser. See, HTTP, hypertext transfer protocol. It is a set of rules for exchanging files such as text, graphic images, sound, video, and other multimedia files on the web. Then you can see web browsers send HTTP request for what? Web pages and their associated files. Web servers send HTTP responses back to the web browser. And see, TCP/IP has been adopted as an official communication protocol of the internet. Which is the official communication protocol of the internet? TCP/IP. You can say transmission control protocol, internet protocol. It is the official communication protocol of the internet. Then transmission control protocol, the purpose is to ensure the integrity of the communication. Transmission control protocol breaks files and messages into individual units. You will call it as packets. See, transmission control protocol, the purpose is to ensure the integrity of the communication. Transmission control protocol TCP breaks files and messages into individual units. We will call it as what? Packets. Then IP, Internet Protocol, a set of rules that controls how data is sent between computers and internet. See, between computers on the internet. So it controls, it controls how data is sent between computers on the internet. So what is that? Which protocol will help to control how data is sent between computers on the internet? IP, Internet Protocol. You can see here IP addresses. IP address. Each device connected to the internet has a unique numeric what? IP address. Each device connected to the internet has a unique numeric what? Unique numeric IP address. Then this IP address consists of a set of 4 groups of numbers. We will call it as octets. IP address consists of set of 4 groups of numbers. What is the answer? We will call it as octet. Domain name. So locates an organization or other entity on the internet. What is that? Domain name. Then domain name system, what it will do? Divides the internet into logical groups and understandable names. The system that divides the internet into logical groups and understandable names. What is that system? Domain name system. Then associates unique computer IP address with the text-based domain names we type into web browser. What is that? Domain name system. The domain name system associates unique computer IP addresses with the text-based domain names we type into web browser. What is the name of that? Domain name system. Locates or an organization or other entity on the internet. What is that? Domain name. Then URI, Uniform Resource Identifier. What it will do? Identifies the resources on the internet. URL, Uniform Resource Locator. What it will do? A type of URI represents a network location of a resource. URL represents, it's a type of URI, represents the network location of a resource. Study for fill in the blanks. Then see, one example it is written here. www.google.com. Okay. Before that, you see here, top level domain identifies the rightmost part of the domain name. So rightmost part of the domain name, okay, that is top level domain. So for this example, which is the top level domain for www.google.com, which is a top level domain? What is the answer for this? What is the top level domain for this website? What is the TDL for this website? What is the TDL for this website? Top level domain for this website is what? What is the answer for this? What is the answer? www.google.
TLD.
What is the top level domain for this website address? www.google.com. What's the top level domain? Wesley, take Pooja. The top level domain, for this website, that is .com. You can see so many domains are written here: com, .org, .net, .mil, .gov, .edu, .eint, .aero, .asia. See, like this, so many are there. .sa, .ae, .om, .bh. See, another example I will write here. www.jazanu.edu.sa. What's the top level domain of this website? What is the top level domain of this website? www.jasanu.edu.sa. Which is the top level domain of this website? Which is the top level domain of this website? Which is the top level domain of this website? Which is the top level domain of this website? .sa. .sa. See here, .sa. So what is top level domain? Rightmost part of the domain name. So what is the rightmost part of this domain? jasanu.ed.sa. What is the rightmost part? SA. See, top level domain with the country code. So .sa, .tv, .us, .au, .om, .ae, .in, take that. Then domain name system, DNS, associate domain name with what? IP addresses. Domain name system, it uses TCP IP to send HTTP request. Domain name system, it uses domain name system, it uses browser, web browser displays, you see, web browser displays web pages. See, domain name system, it uses TCP IP to send HTTP request. It uses, I don't know whether you can see or not, it uses web browser, what it will display? The web browser will display web pages. See, a standard for specifying markup language or tag set. What is that? SGML. Then HTML, hypertext markup language. So a set of markup symbol or codes placed in a file intended for display on a web browser. What is that? HTML, hypertext markup language. Then another one, extensible markup language, XML, extensible markup language, extensible. E is small letter here. So a text-based language designed to describe, deliver, and exchanges structured information. What is that? XML. A text-based language designed to describe, deliver, and exchange structured information. What is that? XML. Then XHTML. What is that? Extensible hypertext markup language. So from this is a theory chapter. This is a theory chapter actually. This is a theory chapter. So I said to study some of the slides. I said to study some of the slides. See, reasons for internet growth. I said how to study. Okay, what all are, how the answer look like. Then I said internet and extranet. When I said some of the functions of ICANN. See this one. ICANN, what is ICANN? Internet Corporation for Assigned Numbers and Names. The main functions, internet domain names, IP address numbers, protocol parameters, protocol port number. Client server model. Have to study this. Client server model. Then web client. So web client. Then web server. I hope you understand. Nobody is responding. I don't know. Okay, anyhow. Remaining all the slides which I have discussed, you have to study as multiple choice question. Okay.